Hi everybody, welcome back. This is the first vlog of 2025 and I'm going to be doing a garden vlog today. So what I thought I would do is just take you on a little bit of a tour of the garden, tell you what I've done already and show you what I've done already, then tell you some plans that we have for the garden this year. If you haven't watched my previous vlog, video, then I am currently 4 months pregnant with baby number 2, and that means my plans for the garden this year are very much a do what I can, don't push myself kind of vibe, because I've been here before and I had all these plans to do lots of gardening when I was pregnant, and then I had a newborn and I was on maternity leave, and the reality is you don't get that much energy or time to do as much gardening as I would like to do. So especially when I'm gonna have two babies. So yeah, it's very much just a do what we can year and put like big plans on hold. And also I just can't lift as much or do as much physical stuff because I'm quite big already. So yeah, let me take you into the garden, show you a bit of a tour, and then get on with some gardening and sowing some more seeds and doing some general tidying up of the borders. Okay, so the first thing to notice in the garden is that Livy's been playing with her chalks, which is fine because we need to pressure wash the whole patio before summer really starts. But I've been quite busy in this corner with the roses. So this one and this one have had a nice prune. I'm going to be moving this rose into the middle of the garden and taking this one out of its pot and putting it into that pot this year. And then I've been busy trimming the grapevine that has a really big haircut every winter to keep it healthy, and we don't grow it for grapes, we grow it for the leaves. I've got a pot of daffodils, miniature daffodils here, which are very green but not doing much else. And then I've already tidied up our strawberry plants, so they're all ready for the new year and they're already putting on new growth. Oh, there's the dog. He is still molting a little bit, if you can see here, but he's okay. I've got a pot of muscari here which are starting to go over now, and then a pot with alliums and daffodils and some other things and bits and bobs in, but this needs a bit of a sort out this summer. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with this pot, and I've just been putting basically spare plants in here, so it doesn't really have a purpose or a theme yet. I have some more daffodils here which are very cheery and coming out nicely. And then this veg trug is ready for planting salad leaves in. I just need to put the seeds in. The rest of the garden is looking quite bare, but it will do at this time of year. Most of the changes have been happening in this border, but not doing that much at the moment. So what I've been doing is I've recently planted some snowdrops in the green along here. So these ones are muscari, and I'm hoping over the next like 5-10 years to replace all this muscari with snowdrops all along here. I've been trying to keep on top of this bed a little bit. I've got up to about here, so this bit's sort of been kept on top of. I've sort of got this section left to go, but I've got lots of flowers in this bit. So I've got some crocus there, which are lovely. Again, some more muscari, but all these in this row here are tulips that we planted last autumn with Olivia. She helped. And then this row at the back here are allium bulbs. So we should have lots of colour in this bed eventually. And I've decided that this is going to be my bulb bed. So we've got crocus, snowdrops, tulips, alliums, and I need to just add to the collection each year. So it's only this bit at the moment, but then, you know, over the next few years the whole bed will be covered in lots of bulbs. And then once the tulips are finished, I'm going to take them out and I'm going to be planting my dahlias, my dahlia tubers in this bed, because it gets quite a lot of sun for quite a lot of the day. The other bed I've been working hard on tidying up is this one. This is my wildflower bed. It was an experiment bed, so I've just been plonking things in over the last couple of years. So this year I really tried to curate it a bit more. So you can see I've cleared quite a lot of the invasive creeping buttercup, and I have quite a few perennial plants. So I need to finish sort of this corner here, and then I'm going to be mulching all this bed with the homemade compost. The other thing that I will be doing is mulching this bed here, and I've got some plants I've bought to plant in here, and I will show you them in a minute. But this is my tall bed, so it will have foxgloves, lupins, delphiniums, and verbena in this, all plants that will flower above this wall. So when you're sitting on the sofas, on the patio, you kind of won't see the foliage. All you'll see is like a wall of flowers here. That's the idea anyway. And it worked quite well last year, so with the foxgloves. So I've got a few more of those. So yeah, this is the new tall border. I've trimmed back and tidied up my ferns, but I need to tidy up this patch. And my I can't remember what this is called, heuchera, I think. That's going quite nice in the corner, a nice pop of purple next to the greens of the ferns, and they're doing really well. This is the deciduous fern, and you can see these knuckle looking like bit. That's the new fronds, and I've got a patch here, patch there, and a patch down there. So that's really thriving in this shady area. And the same for this one, though this is an evergreen one, but it was quite damaged by a lot of the storms this winter, so I've had to cut a lot of it back. But again, that's got lots of new fronds coming at the bottom there, so that'll be all right. Oh, hello. Were you seeing what I was pointing at? Barbecue area needs a nice sweep and tidy, and we're hoping to have more barbecues this year. It wasn't really barbecue weather last summer, was it? But I'm planning on having a baby shower in the garden in sort of middle of July, so we'll be using the barbecue for that. And then I haven't started on this tidying up this bed yet, but this is my tropical bed. This is my bearded iris, which is doing fantastic, but what I need to do is dig out this daylily because it's way too close, and the slugs and the snails love these daylilies and they flock to them, but because it's so close to the iris leaves end up getting eaten. So I need to continue, I need to tidy up this and then mulch it again. But things are okay in this bed. My hydrangea looks dead, but it's not. It'll be fine, and it's got the new bits of growth coming through. It just needs a bit more sunshine. and then I need to trim back my Fatsia japonica. That's absolutely thriving, as you can see. And it's a very nice architectural plant in the winter. It stays like this all winter, very hardy, and yeah, I really enjoy it and like having it in the garden. So it just is a bit big. And then I'm not even going to talk about this side of the garden. This is an absolute chaos and mud because of the dog. And the plan eventually is to get a path that runs all the way down the side here and then all the way down to the bottom of the garden. A nice red brick herringbone path. And we've got the quote for it, but we just need the money. So that's the plan, because then that'll stop the dog getting so muddy running up and down the fence. And once we have the path sort of about here, we're going to make this a big raised bed all the way along the fence. Another area of the garden that's it's temporary, but it's just because I haven't got round to it yet, and it will probably stay like this for a couple of years before I actually get round to making my rose garden, which will be sort of this area here. I have it all planned out, but I won't go into it now. But the additions from last year are my Olivia Austin rose, which is putting on loads of new growth. All that red is new. It seems very happy here. And then this is a Japanese anemone, and then all these other seedlings you can see popping up here. That's all wildflowers, so I'm just sort of leaving that at the moment. Might try and square it off a bit because it's sort of like a weird, just like hole in the ground at the moment. But yeah, it's just kind of it's just a place to put things until I can get around to doing bigger jobs. So most of what I've been doing recently is trying to turn the compost bin and getting the compost from the bottom of this one so I can mulch. So I need to take the top bits off, put them in this bed, but as you can see the birds have been flicking bits out, so I need to crack on with doing that. And then I've been sowing things in my miniature greenhouse, which I will show you now. Okay, so this is the greenhouse at the moment. Lots of room for lots more stuff. I'm growing trying to grow more from seed this year, so I've got some cosmos here and some poppies called candy floss, which don't really look like poppies, in this tray. Nothing's happening with them at the moment. I've got 3 different varieties of tomato. Two different varieties of tomato, and then some chili peppers at the back here. And then in this one I have some butternut squash here, some cucumber in the middle, and then some sweet peppers here. Then we've got our sweet peas. Sorry, I'm having a complete mind blank. So I've got my sweet peas all potted up from seeds I germinated and sowed in the end of January. So they're just sort of carrying on in here. And then this is my collection of new plants for the tall border. So I've got 3 verbenas. Oh, sorry, it's not focusing. Verbena there. Then I've got lupins. So I've got a yellow lupin, and then I've got 2 of these ones. 2 blue ones. And then foxgloves, I got some at the back, and they are all the peach coloured ones. So I'm just keeping them in here at the moment while the last of the frosts pass, and then I'll be planting them out in the tropical border. But I'm also trying to just keep them protected from any slugs and snails. So that's the greenhouse. And then we have a wildlife pond that needs a lot of care and attention, which I can't give it at the moment, but it's absolutely full of frogs and full of frog spawn. So we've got a huge big clump here, and then there's just this whole side all along here that's just full of frog spawn. See if I can get you a closer look. Yeah, so this is just all frog spawn all along here. There's just like a ridiculous amount of frog spawn. But it's also why I'm a bit hesitant to try and clear the pond up a little bit, because I don't want to disturb any of the frog spawn. But yeah, this is not the best bit of the garden really. And all this frog spawn, the reason why it's sort of all clumped together in this bit is because this is where the sun is most of the day. But I put a oxygenating plant, just quite a small plant, just like in a little tub, just planted it here, and it's actually turned into a massive thug. It's just absolutely exploded, and the frogs have sort of laid all their frog spawn in the oxygenating plant. So that's why it's all over here. So once all the frog spawn's left, I think I'm going to try and get some help to tackle this pond and clear it up a little bit. Or maybe in the winter or something we can empty the pond and then just sort it out a bit, because it's not been sorted for a few years. But that is what the garden is looking like at the moment. Grass is not doing too bad, but yeah, it's just very, I don't know, not really doing much at the moment, the garden. So can't wait for a bit of sunshine and a few more flowers. But actually, talking about what we're going to be doing this year, good time to move on to the plans for the garden this year. As I say, I'm 4 months pregnant, so the reality is I'm just going to be doing as much as I possibly can, and I'm taking a very slow and gentle approach to gardening this year and not doing too much and not putting too much pressure on myself. I want to do a lot more veg growing, especially now Olivia's getting a little bit older. I want to show her where food comes from. So there will be, I'm hoping, will be one big transformation in the garden this year, and that is the transformation of this area of the garden from a shed and essentially just an area of, I don't even know what you'd call that, weeds, I guess. Not weeds, because it's actually not that bad, they're just overgrown plants. What we're going to be doing is we're just going to be clearing all of this, taking the shed down, tidying up the plants, trimming that ceanothus right back because it's just needs a good cut. We're going to be levelling it all, putting some gravel down, and this whole area is going to become the veg plot. It's the sunniest spot of the garden, there's nothing overlooking it, so it just gets full sun all day. So I'm gonna plant a fig tree and a pear tree at the back, and then have a few raised beds. We've got maybe another extra miniature greenhouse, and yeah, just turn this into a really, really nice veg growing space. I'm gonna fence it off with some nice picket fencing to keep the dog out, and also the fence will be going along the whole back of the garden to keep Olivia safe from falling in the pond. We don't want that either, so it'll all be fenced off, so Olivia and the dog will be safe. And also Olivia, if you've seen some videos from last year, she will just go in and pick stuff even if it's not ripe and try to eat it. So I'm protecting the veg from Olivia as well as protecting her from the pond by fencing it off. But yeah, I'm hoping this will be a nice, really lovely veg patch, and I'll take you along with all of that. I'm not doing any of the work. I'm too pregnant. So we'll be getting in family and professionals to do it all. So I'll ask if I can film it, and it'll be a bit more of a transformation vlog, I'm hoping anyway. But it's actually quite a big area back here that's just not being used properly at all, and we don't ever even open this shed, let alone go in it or use it. So it's really just completely wasted space, and it's just quite overgrown and could be used so much better. But if we're going to have a veg patch, we need veg. So I'm going to take you inside now. I'm going to be sowing a few more seeds, veg and flowers, and yeah, show you what I'm planting ready for the growing season ahead. Okay, so I'm in the conservatory now because it's got our messy table in it, and I don't have to bend over as much because I'm pregnant again. But yeah, what I'm going to be planting this evening while it's still light is some ranunculus seeds I got from Sarah Raven. So I think I've got 20 seeds in here. Yeah, 20 seeds. So I'm going to be planting all of these into the bulb bed. They're not necessarily bulbs, but they're not like kind of normal seeds. Let me get one out to show you, because I've never grown ranunculus before. I'll put a picture here of the what they're supposed to look like when they are fully grown. But they look almost like really miniature dahlia tubers. Oh, don't focus on me, camera, focus on this. Can you see that? They're very weird looking seeds, aren't they? So yes, I've got 20 of these to plant tonight. As I say, I've got that veg trug I need to plant up. So what I'm going to be planting in there are some baby leaf salad. This is Mizuna. They're well refined, consistently reliable, dark green glossy leaves with slender white stalks and a delicate mild mustard flavour. Will cut and come again. So I'm going to be planting that. I'm also going to be planting some pak choi. This is a dwarfed compact pak choi. So I'm going to be planting these. Actually, it says it's so midsummer to autumn. Maybe we won't plant that now then. I've also got some carrots. I'm not planting these until I have a bigger pot because I don't want to disturb them too much and get carrot fly. So I'm going to get a big pot, big deep pot, and sow these so I don't have to thin them out too much. What else am I sowing? Oh, I've got some more cosmos to sow here. Some larkspur, which I've saved these seeds from my garden in 2023. So I'm going to sow the larkspur. I'm going to sow some nicotiana for the tropical border. I'm hoping to, and maybe even the tall border because they said that they're tall flowers. So we got that there. And then some more poppies as well. And then yeah, I'll leave the carrots and the pak choi for another day. I do have some more seeds that I wanted to sow, so let me go and get them and show you them. Right, so I've got my trusty seed box here, and I've got some other things I'm going to be sowing, which is a salad leaf mix. I'm going to sow that in that veg trug that's just on the patio. I've got some Libio. Hang on, I've got the packet here. I have no idea how to pronounce this. What does it look like? No, that's not it. No, I don't know. Here we go. See if it'll focus. If anybody knows what that one is, let me know. And then some candy tufts. These are my favourite. I think I might just direct sew these actually, because rather than into trays, which I have here. Got this nice propagator set. I think I got this from Aldi, you know, which they're really good. They've got quite a lot of modules in them. 36. 36? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. 4 times 6 is, oh my god, 4 times 6. 6, 12, 18, 24. 24 seeds. 24 modules in a tray. Oh my god, can you tell I've got baby brain? Ridiculous. Anyways, I'm going to get sewing all these. I'm going to sew the ranunculus first. Then I'll sew the cosmos and the nicotiana and the larkspur, and then I will sew the these two into direct sew them outside. I think I'll just do this one, the salad leaf first, because I want to mulch that bed, one of the beds first, before I direct sew the candy tufts. So that's my plan of action, and I will show you when I've finished. Right, so I've got a tray of ranunculus, a tray of cosmos, and a tray of the nicotiana is here. So I've watered them, so they need to go into the greenhouse, then tucked away. And then I've put the salad mix in this trug and topped it with compost and watered that as well. The last thing I'm going to do this evening before we lose too much more light is I'm going to start getting some compost and mulching this bed, and hopefully give it some goodness. The dog's drinking out the bird bath. And I've also put a feeder here because I'm trying to encourage more birds into the garden this year as well. So we've got a bird bath and a bird feeder. But yeah, starting to lose the light a little bit, so need to crack on. So I'm just inside now, because while it stayed light for ages, once that sun drops, like the light just disappears really quickly, and I'm also getting quite tired. So I just want to say thank you for watching my spring gardening vlog. Still got lots to do on the to-do list, lots of tidying and mulching and planting to do, but hopefully you come along with me for the rest of the year and seeing what we do with the garden. The last thing I want to say on the vlog is that I have recently bought this book, Give It a Grow, from Martha Swales. She's on Instagram. It's her new book, and do you know what? While I'm not necessarily learning anything new, because I kind of like already knew a lot of everything, I'm really enjoying just reading about something I enjoy doing just because I enjoy doing it. I have been in a bit of a rut with books over the last few years, and I went down sort of the self-help route. Sorry if you can hear a bit of a craziness in the background. The dog's just got the post-dinner zoomies in the dining room. But yeah, I got into a bit of a rut with books where all I was reading was self-help, like self-improvement books. And while that was good for like 3 or 4 years, I really started to just feel like everything was the samey. I just wasn't able to like get through anything for more than a few pages without losing interest, and don't know, I just feel like I'm over that phase of reading. So I bought this, and yeah, it's just something really different. As I say, it's not necessarily for me to learn anything, it's just for me to be able to read about something that I enjoy doing, and then reading about enjoying it as well. So yeah, I really recommend it. It's just nice. It's just a nice book, easy to read, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So give it a go. Book recommendation if you're in the market for book recommendations. I'm gonna sign off now. I have no idea what my next vlog is going to be. As I probably explained in my last video, my pregnancy fatigue is really very bad. The midwives are all over it, they're monitoring me and stuff, but it's just, I'm very exhausted all of the time, working full time and having a toddler in the house and the garden and being pregnant. So I'm filming bits and bobs whenever I feel like I have the energy, and then I'm going to be putting videos out. So I don't really have a plan at the moment, but bear with me over these next, how many, 4 months, 5 months. And then once I've had the baby and I've got back into a bit of a flow and I feel like myself, hopefully again, then I will be able to put more effort into YouTube. But yeah, at the moment it's very, very much hit and miss. My energy levels, whether I'm able to do anything at all, let alone film for YouTube. So please bear with me. I'm hoping to just keep going and see what content I can come up with. We've got quite a few plans, as I would have explained in my last video, for the rest of the year, like nice things like decorating the nursery. We've got a family wedding, we're going to Center Parcs, I've got my baby shower, so there are nice things coming up, and obviously doing the veg patch in the garden, so lots of nice things. But yeah, I'm just very not putting pressure on myself with YouTube in this pregnancy. So yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.